What's good, party people? This is Voodoo in the Woods, and I am, according to Woods, and my illustrious partner. He is former U of MMA champion, Pius Lobo, better known as Voodoo Maxima.
What's up? What's up? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's up with y'all?
Where
How
are you
y'all
gonna get
doing
that?
out there? Hey man, only here, brother. Only here.
Only here, my goodness. So, I mean, if fighting, I mean, if having fights the last weekend wasn't enough, we're back. We're back. UFC Vegas, probably 582. It's probably 16, but I'm not good with numbers, so I'm just saying. So Vegas, UFC Vegas, whatever the hell, and it's headlined by Jack Hermanson versus Marvin Vettori. Yeah, it's UFC Vegas 16. So, holy hell. Crazy night, crazy fights. I mean, there's even a Bellator right now, so it's just all over the place. Fights everywhere you can shake a stick at.
That's right. That's right. And I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at a Bellator card right now.
You watching it now?
Not right. Not yet. Not yet. I'll watch it later.
Yeah, there you go. No, I mean it's and I mean we got pretty close to a full on card. Because I mean we've got 11 fights on this card. Obviously, that could change given what happens at weigh-ins tomorrow. So, I mean, as of right now, we've got 11, but theoretically speaking, there was 4 fights on this card that got canceled, 5 actually. So we were supposed to have Merab Davalishvili. Oh God, that was bad. But Raoni Barceros is under medical suspension. The original main event: Jack Hermanson versus Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland tested positive for COVID last week. Then we were supposed to have Talia Santos against Maria Moroz. Moroz withdrew, and then the Cody Stamen versus Merab Davashvili, which was supposed to be the original fight, and that got pulled out because of Steeman. All right, and then obviously Jack Hermanson and Darren Silva. So I mean, literally, like there was like 2 situations that happened, but we have the current main event that we do along with the undercard that we have. So I mean, what are your feelings, Voodoo?
Well, I'm feeling like Vince McMahon will say, though all these 5 fights got canceled or whatnot, the show must go on. And that's one thing that the UFC does very well. They make the show go on. And when COVID hit, guess who started this show? Guess who started the march? Guess who got the show back on the road? The UFC. That's who. So let's go.
Let's go. Let's go right up to the heavyweight division because we have 11-5 heavyweight Jake Collier up against the training partner of it's the prototype Jake Collier. For those who want to know, he's the prototype, and he's going up against a constant teammate and sparring partner, former UFC champion, All-American Chris Weidman. That is Gian Vellante. Gian Vellante moving up to heavyweight for this one. I mean, what are your
I'll be
thoughts?
right back. Give me 1 second, bro. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Give me 1 second, okay? Sorry about that.
No worries. He thinks it's wild that his dog is, acting up and whatever. My pug is literally tearing shit up like on the right corner of the screen. Bugsley, get off. Stop humping that. Damn it. Yeah. So this is my troublemaker. See?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I know.
What were my thoughts on that?
Yeah, the Gian Vellante versus
particular matchup. Yeah, the last time we saw Gian Vellante was against that that big tall fella. What's his name from John Bones Jones's camp?
Yeah, he ended up
His
being
name
the
was
shit.
Maurice
I mean,
Green.
not
Yeah, Maurice
yeah.
Green.
He ended up being the drizzling shits.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
guy.
We actually were looking forward to him winning that particular matchup, but he didn't really attack the way he was supposed to. He was being too reserved, and in the end, he lost by choke, a mud fight choke to Maurice Green. Maurice didn't deserve to win that day, but he wanted more. He might not have deserved to win. He wanted it more, and he went there and he took it. So now we have this particular matchup with Vellante versus Jake Collier. Vellante is going to be the lighter of the two. Once again, the strategy remains the same. It's the same strategy. He's the lighter man. He needs to move his feet and he needs to piece him up. Jake Collier is a very good grappler, right? He's a very good grappler. So and he's bigger. So he's going to be looking forward to taking this fight to the ground as soon as possible. I mean, not that he can't strike. Striking is very much pretty much the same. So Collier is going to be looking to strike and eventually taking the fight straight to the ground and keeping it on the ground until he wins. Uh, uh, I will advise Gian to move his feet, throw those jabs, set up the twos, possible hooks and uppercuts, and hopefully he can get a win that way. I think if Gian Vellante does everything right, he can win this match convincingly because he is the lighter of the two. He shouldn't fatigue as fast as Jake Collier should. Because Jake is a heavyweight. He's in that, he's a really
He's
big
a
heavyweight. If you
trooper.
look at his picture,
Yeah,
yeah, if you look at his picture, he's a really big boy, very very big boy. So uh, all advantages right now is Gianni Vellante. So I'm gonna go with Vellante to win this one by decision.
I want Jake Collier to win just because I'm not a fan of Chris Weidman and Violante trains with Chris Weidman. So there's that. I got nothing else.
Guilty by
I got nothing.
association.
Yeah, guilty by association. Um, Procrastination Nation, whatever the Haitian. Yeah, so boo Violante, yay Collier. And I mean, it's not that I like. This is one where I feel like Jim Cornette, and Bill Watts, right? Where Bill Watts told Jim Cornette, like, "Hey, corny, I used to think that you were the dumbest motherfucker I ever met, but I've met so many other dumb motherfuckers since I met you that you moved up the ladder without even fucking doing anything." So that's how I feel about Jake Collier. Like, he's my favorite in this fight just because he's fighting against a guy whose teammate I can't stand. So, yay!
That's a funny one.
There you go. There you go. So, hopefully it doesn't go to decision. I mean, these are two heavyweights, so we need knockouts. I want a knockout to get this shit right out of the gate. So I want Collier to just knock out Vellante. I just do.
Yeah, I hope those two gentlemen are able to set the bar really high and get the show on the road as quickly as possible.
Yep. Speaking of bar, this shit has gotten started right here where I'm at. This is a hell of a day. Hell of a day. Steve, you wants to pull my damn setup, damn dog. Ugh. Yeah. Anyway, so then we've got in the featherweight division, we have Damon Jackson, 18-3-1. The Leech, Damon Jackson, which sounds like a black name, like a mother trucker, but he's facing Georgia's own Ilya Topuria. And Topuria essentially had his last. Holy crap! Topuria is damn near undefeated. He has wins in, mixed fighting events, Cage Warriors, Brave Combat Federation, and he beat Yusuf Zalal in his UFC debut. So that guy is riding pretty. I mean, like, what are we going? 9-0. He's going 9-0 against Damon Jackson. Damon Jackson is 18-3-1. And the last time we saw Damon Jackson in the cage was when he defeated Mursad Bektik
Mm-hmm.
via guillotine choke, which
Mm-hmm.
again, Mursad Bektik is in a slouch. I mean, one half of the second greatest fight I've ever seen. The first being Richard Leroy and Jalen Turner. The second being Mursad Bektik and Darren the Damage Elkins. And holy hell,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was again the second greatest fight that I've ever seen live. So I don't know how this is gonna go. You got an undefeated guy, and you know Damon Jackson. He's coming off of a two fight. He's on a two-fight winning streak. First, and he's finished them both. Right, Mario Chalet,
Mm-hmm.
back at LFA 83. He headlined that card, and then his UFC debut was against Mirsad Bektik, which he also won by submission. So, fuck, I don't know. This is even. You got the streak versus like somebody who fucking choked out Mirsad Bektik. So I fucking don't know, man. What you got?
Yes, this here is the tale of the grapplers. They both cancel each other out in regards to grappling. They both have guillotine, rear naked, armbar, submission wins. So they're both well capable and able to get done in a grappling arena. But the difference in this particular matchup is going to be the striking game because they cancel each other out in the in the uh, in the jiu-jitsu or the ground game. The better striker is going to have the advantage. Now, when we look at both individual, uh, the fella Topuria happens to have knockouts by hand, lots of rear naked chokes. On the submit, I see him not well. There's a first round knockout by this fella. That's pretty much the bottom line. When we go to Damon Jackson, I see unanimous decision. I see guillotine. Well, he's got a second round knockout as well, and he's got more experience. But then he's also lost more. Right now, it's really hard to choose, like you said. One guy's on a 9-fight win streak, and the other guy's on a 2-fight win streak. However, the guy on the 2-fight win streak, he's got losses on his record, which means he must have learned from those. So he's got an advantage that the other guy doesn't have. But I gotta ride with the guy that's undefeated. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't try and fix it. So I'm going with Leah Topuria to win this one by decision, maybe a split decision.
Okay, that's cool. I want Damon Jackson because I mean, again, to Merced Bektik is no fucking slouch. My goodness, I mean, he was literally like I thought I was, witnessing an execution with him and Darren Elkins, and I'm just saying, like, the fact that you have a win over Merced Bektik, that's saying something to me, and not just a win, but a submission win. So I'm going with Damon Jackson. Probably not the blackest guy around, but there we go. What's up, Cowboys? Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker! Ty, Hurricane Bethany. Hope you and the family are
What's up,
well.
Hurricane? Here comes the story of a hurricane.
Wow, I went, like a Rocky like a hurricane, and then I also went like the hurricane. Stand back, there's a hurricane coming, and you went
There's a
a
hurricane
different way.
coming through.
Yes, yes. So I guess we popped one Hurricane Bethany. So shout out to you, good
That's
sir.
right.
Yes. So we're going up the card, but down in weight. we have Cody Durden against former LFA flyweight champion Jimmy the Brick
Yes.
Flick. Yes, so this one
Brick.
is going to be bananas. I mean, what say you, Voodoo?
This one is gonna be. It's gonna be fast. It's gonna be fast, and it's gonna go down anywhere Jimmy Flick wants it to go down. That's what I see. That's what I
Okay.
see. Jimmy Flick is one bad dude. Jimmy Flick.
Mhm.
Jimmy Flick. What do we know about Jimmy Flick? What do we know about Jimmy Flick? We know Jimmy Flick had one amateur fight as a kickboxer, in which he won, by the way. Then he went on a run. He went, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He went on a 5-win streak until he lost by knees and punches to William Campuzano at Legacy FC. Then he went back on another win streak. But then it was cut short once again by Tim Sosa. He lost it at the King of the Cage. Then he won another win streak. And it was also cut back short by Levy Moles, ground and pound. Then he won another 2-fight win streak. He beat John Bedford, guillotine choke at LFA. Then he lost to Chris Gutierrez. You know what I mean? Then he won another 2-fight win streak again, beating CJ Hamilton last. And then he lost Ray Rodriguez, punches. Then he went on another win streak. He beat Jesse Bazzi. He beat Greg Fisher. He beat Nate Smith in a beautiful matchup. We saw that one at the same time in the Contender Series. And then now he's got Cody Durden. Cody Durden. What do we know about Cody? We know Cody's 15-5. If Cody's 15-5, oh, he's also with the American Top Team, by the way. Just so you know. Okay, what do we know about Cody? Cody had almost a flawless amateur career in which he only lost his first fight, but then he went on a win streak, winning the next 5 fights. Then he became a professional. He went a 4-fight win streak, and then he ran into Jared Scogins in NFA 92, in which he lost by a guillotine choke. And then he followed that to another loss to Ryan Hollis, rear naked choke. The man lost back-to-back submissions, huh? Okay, now he goes on another win streak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, who is he fighting that he's winning so much? Who is he fighting? He beat someone named Todd Monroe, Justin Parker, James Herrera, Dylan Schulte, Jeremy Rogers, Dre Money, Baron Webb, John Sweeney, and then he decision win at UFC Fight Night against Chris Gutierrez. Now he's got Jimmy Flick. Now, it seems to me that Cody has figured out what he's doing wrong, and he's winning by any means necessary. He's knocking folks out. He's choking them out. He's beating them by strike. He's slamming them to knock them out. He's getting decisions. It sounds like the man that's found himself, and he is now a complete fighter. That's what it's looking like to me. You know what I mean? Jimmy. I know Jimmy. I don't know him personally, but I know of Jimmy. I know more of Jimmy than Cody. And Jimmy also, he's got the arms, he's got the submission wins. He's got the arm triangle, the shoulder triangles. You know, he's got the guillotine. He's a submission master. You know what I mean? So we can expect Cody Durden to try his best to keep this on the ground. However, if it goes to keep this on the feet. However, if it goes to the ground, I think Cody Durden is going to be very well ready for whatever may come. Now, I like Jimmy Flick. I like him a lot. But this is a very tough one for me, man. It's a tough pick. Tough pick. Tough. Because he's only been in a Contender Series, and this is going to be his first true test in the UFC. You know, so it's going to be very hard to pick. However, his opponent has already got a unanimous decision win. You know what I mean? Against Chris Gutierrez. So, this is a tough one. What did you pick? Who did you pick, actually? I want to see what you got.
It's so simple. Jimmy the Bricks Flick has been on my podcast, so I'm going with Jimmy Flick. You want me to pick him? Come on my
Jimmy
podcast.
Flick.
Just saying. Just saying.
Jimmy
Just right
Flick.
before the elephant
Jimmy Flick.
title.
Hey, you know
Yeah,
what?
made it real easy.
You know what? That sounds good to me, man. That sounds good to me. If Jimmy Flick is supporting the podcast, I gotta go with Jimmy the Flick. OG Jimmy. Let's go. Take
Yeah,
it to the hood.
yeah,
Let's go. So I got
absolutely.
Jimmy
And
as well, man. I got Jimmy.
Jimmy Flake. Oh, ouch. Yeah. So that's the other thing, right? So no, I mean, Ty is absolutely right because like talk about a guy that just like he ghosts on you. You're like you're the biggest shit until you're not, right? And yeah, so nah, fuck it. Let me go Cody Durden. Screw it. Fuck it.
The brick.
Yeah,
Okay, I got the
you're
brick
right,
and you
Ty.
got Cody.
Yeah, you're right, Ty. You're right. Now, I mean, if I think if Jimmy wins, it's going to be via submission. But if Durden wins, it's going to be basically via decision. I don't see him ending Jimmy Flick. So there's that.
Yeah. It's gonna be a fast-paced match. It's gonna be excellent grappling from the two gentlemen. Expect great grappling. I don't see a knockout. I don't see a knockout. And if it does, it's because somebody was lacking. Not because one was a better striker than the other. It's more they made a mistake. So if you see a knockout, it's because someone made a mistake. But understand it's gonna be an intense grappling match. So I know my coach is gonna be watching this one close. Shout out to Brian Peterson, PG Grappler. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't know if you describe this flyweight contest or my sex life, but either way, I'm just saying. There you go. Shout out to the missus because she puts up with my 2 seconds. Anywho, uh, we've got we've got we're talking about winners, right? Because we've got Matt Women against Jordan Levitt. Matt Women is or it could be Wyman,
Mhm.
right? But WIM just to me it spells out Wim, not Wim woman. Whatever. But handsome Matt Women. That sounds like a double negative. But he's coming into the cage, into the octagon with a 16-9 record, right? And he's on a 2 fight losing streak to, I mean, literally losing to Violent Bob Ross, Luis Pena, and Joe Solecki, right? So this is a make or break. This is a make or break deal for Matt Women. Obviously, he is a long term vet. I mean, just to show you how long he's been in it, he has a win over Matt Danzig, right, at UFC 115. He also has win. I mean, he ran it back with Matt Danzig in 2011 on UFC on Versus 6. UFC on Versus 6. That shows you how long the handsome Matt has been at it, right? I mean, he won against Matt Danzig there on Versus, and then when Versus became Fuel, he basically beat Paul Sass at UFC on Fuel TV 5, right? So this dude fought in on channels that don't even exist anymore. Like I think it's NBC Sports Network now. Has a win over Isaac Valley Flag, a good friend, right? And had a long sabbatical from 2014 that went over Isaac Valley Flag, and then that lost to Violent Bob Ross, Luis Pena. That happened literally 5 years between each other. So this is a make or break thing for Handsome Matt, but he's going up against a undefeated Jordan Levitt. And Jordan Levitt, the Monkey King, which I don't know what that's in reference to, but again, he is undefeated. I mean, he fought not that Johnny Walker, but he fought a Johnny Walker in what was it, King of the Cage, right? He
Gladiator
fought
challenge.
a gladiator challenge. There we go. It was one of them. It was
Mm-hmm.
something that had to do with the
Yeah.
king or the gladiator or something, right? So, uh, I don't know. I don't know. This one I'm on the fence about.
Yeah, Jordan Levitt is clearly a newcomer, and he's been enjoying his life as an MMA fighter. Uh, he fought 4 times as an amateur, and he was undefeated. He fought for Tough Enough. Uh, he's got a scarf hold arm lock. He's got an arm bar. He's got decision, split decision. He's got Kimura win as an amateur. So he's an excellent grappler. Even as an amateur back in 2015, he was doing this thing. And then he goes to Gladiator Challenge, he beat Martinez. He went to Tough Enough. He fought Lucas Newfield. He fought Ray Ostrander. Final fight championships. He went back to Gladiator Challenge. Beat Johnny Walker. He fought Izzy Williams. BCM promotion. He beat that guy by unanimous decision. He fought Le'Veon Lewis. Anaconda choke at LFA 85. He fought Luke Flores. Arm triangle choke at the Contender Series. And now he's got Matt the Handsome Wyman. Wee Man has
We
been
met.
in there. He's fought the best of the best. He's fought the best of the best. He's been in there. He's lost to him. You know what I mean? And the man has had a complete career. When you fought the likes of Roger Huerta, Spencer Fisher, Manny Gambarian, these are people
Mm-hmm.
he's lost to, but he's fought them. He's fought Justin Buttle. You know what I mean? He's fought Thiago Tavares, Jim Miller, Sam Stout, Shane Nelson, Mac Danzig, Cole Miller, Dennis Seaver. You know what I mean? TJ Grant, Villaflag, Isaac Villaflag. I mean, these are top of the. If you follow MMA, the names that I mentioned, this man has been in there with them, and he's mixed it up with them. I mean, he didn't win most of those fights, but the fact that he was able to to perform against these individuals, a lot must have rubbed on him, and he's picked up a lot of technique. Even in studying the matches that he lost and how he lost, he's gathered a lot of information and made himself even better as a result of that. However, the fact still remains that he's on a 2-fight losing streak. Like you said, he lost to Luis Pena and he lost to Joe Solik. You know what I mean? One by ground and pound, and the other one by unanimous decision, like you mentioned. Now he's in there with a young buck, a young Jordan Levitt. Jordan Levitt is a jiu-jitsu ace. He comes in there and he tries to twist you up, snap your head off, twist your arm off, and beat you with it. If that's what that's what he's bringing to the table. Do not expect a lot of striking from this guy. As soon as the fight starts, he's gonna go for the takedown immediately. This is what he does. This is who he is. You know what I mean? And Jordan Levitt, I'm picking him to win, possibly by
Same.
submission in the third.
Yeah, yeah, and unfortunately, it's a acrimonious return to the cage for Matt Women, handsome Matt. That's what I'm going to call him, handsome Matt. But I mean, this is like a lamb to the slaughter type of situation, and not to say that he's a lamb by any stretch of the imagination, but this is just like I don't know, putting like your mama's home baked cookies down the garbage disposal. As much affinity as you want mama's cookies and everything like that, he's just going to throw it down to their garbage disposal. That garbage disposal, his name is Jordan Levitt. So I believe that Jordan Levitt is going to probably KO Matt Women. Hate to say it.
I wouldn't be surprised if it happened. I wouldn't be surprised because Matt Women is he's 37 years old. You know what I mean? He's been in the game since 2005.
Yep.
I mean, it is what it is. He's been in there with the who is who. And the fact that he's still in the UFC is quite an accomplishment. You know what I mean? The fact that
Yeah.
he's able to, remain at such a high level at 37. I mean, and who knows? Matt Handsome go in there and just give the young Jordan his first loss by KO. Who knows? Anything's possible. But when we look at science and we look at, what's working and what's not, it seems Jordan has the advantage. He's got youth. He's got a win streak behind him. He might not have experience, but he's got the equalizer, which would be his grappling ground game. So when you take a striker and you take him to the ground, you nullify all his advantages. And if Jordan is able to accomplish this, it's going to be an easy fight for him to fight because it's all even once it gets to the ground. Pretty much what I'm trying to say. And it seems Jordan will be able to hold his own when it gets down there on the ground against a veteran of the sport, Matt Weeman. And shout outs go out to Matt. We're not trying to dish you, Matt. It's just
No.
I'm trying to make an educated guess. That's all I'm trying to do. So I got Jordan win this one, the third by submission, 8-0.
One would say I'm not very educated, but I did make a guess, so there's that. So we will see. We will see what happens, but it looks like we're going that way. And Ty Hurricane Bethley says he wants to see OSP versus Jamal Hill. Fight looks interesting. Nope, 100%. And we will get to that, good sir, in due time. So what we've
Oh
got
yeah.
is 8-4. Jose Alberto Quinones. And he's going up against the Last Samurai, Luis Smoka. El Teco, Jose Alberto Quinones, is 8-4. And his last fight was a loss to Sean O'Malley, Sugar Sean. But hopefully, he doesn't believe that he lost to Sean O'Malley in his mind because Sean O'Malley can say that. So why not the hell Quinones, right? So there's that. But we have on the opposite end of the cage, former CXF champion, the Last Samurai, Luis Smoka, who sports a 16-7 record. And I mean, he lost to Casey Kenny, but he won against Ryan McDonald, which was his re-entry to the octagon of the UFC. So you don't have to look very hard. I'm going with Luis Smolka. He's Hawaiian. I'm Melanesian, and he trains out of Team Oyama. So that's cool. I've interviewed the guy. Cool as shit. So I'm going with the Last Samurai, Luis Smolka.
Yeah, I totally understand. Totally understand. I mean, when we look at Jose Quinones, he's been fighting as a professional since 2013 in Mexico, Mexican regional circuit. He made his way to Combate Extremo in 2013 when he won there against George Gamboa. He went to back to the Mexican regional circuit fighting Davi Ramos, which he lost, and then he got a shot at the Ultimate Fighter Latin American season 1 in 2014. He won 2 matches. He lost to Alejandro Perez at UFC 180, which is the headline by Verdun versus Hunt, if you remember that. He lost by
Yep.
unanimous decision, and then he went on a win streak, a 4-fight win streak. He beat Leonardo Morales by rear naked choke, Joey Gomez unanimous decision, Diego Rivas unanimous. He beat Taruto Ishihara by unanimous decision, which is that Romero versus Rockhold, UFC 221. And then he got in
Yep.
there against Nathan Wood. Remember Nathan Wood
Yep.
from England? He lost to
Yep.
him by rear naked choke. And then he came back against Carlos Hossein. How chin? How chin? Hua chin.
Uh-oh. Oh.
He lost.
You
He
know what
won
time it
that
is.
fight. He won that fight by unanimous decision. Hua chin. And then
You
he
know
got
what
in
time
there
it is.
against Sean O'Malley. He got in there against Sean O'Malley. You know what I'm saying? He took that head kick and then he lost to the punches after that. And now he's got another chance against the samurai, the one and only samurai, Luis Smoker, one of the baddest dudes on this planet. You know what I'm saying? Just, just straight up. The man had a flawless amateur career in which he destroyed 4 individuals. And then he went on a 8 fight win streak. And then he ran into Chris Carriazo, in which, by the way, he's in the UFC now. His second fight in the UFC, he lost by split decision. So that was a close fight. It could have gone either way. Then he won another 4-fight win streak, and then he ran into Brandon Moreno. Brandon Moreno is the current guy that's going to be fighting the champion for the title.
Davidson Figueredo.
What? Figueredo. He's going to be fighting Figueredo for the title. So we know he's not just losing to anybody. He's losing to top-level competition. You know what I mean? So he lost by guillotine choke to Brandon Moreno. Then he fought your boy, Ray Borg. He lost by unanimous decision. He lost to Tim Elliott, unanimous decision. He lost to Matthews Nicola, unanimous decision. Then he won another 4-fight win streak, in which he was at Gladiator Challenge, Destiny MMA, CXF. Shout out! I was at that fight. He fought Kyle Estrada. You know what I'm saying? He won that one by referee stoppage in the second round. We were both at that fight, actually. I saw you there. And then he fought Su Mudaheji. He beat that guy by armbar. And then he lost to Matt Chanel, like triangle choke. And then he came back against Ryan McDonald. Hit him in the head with a headshot. He hit him with that hook. Clean his clock out. And then he lost to Kevin Casey, UFC Fight Night. One-arm guillotine choke. It's all good, It's all good. Yeah, that guillotine choke was actually something you don't really expect. It's something that Casey Kenny was able to pull off because perhaps arm length had a lot to do with it. Not a lot of people get to finish their opponent with a one-arm guillotine. So you can honestly say Luis Smoker got caught by surprise when he lost that. I actually remember that fight. So we've looked at both individuals and we've seen that even if we didn't pick Luis Smoker because he's hometown, even if we didn't pick him because he's hometown and we know him, his resume is more attractive. 1. 2, he's got more experience. And 3, he's a hometown boy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm also going with the Last Samurai to win this one by excellent display of striking. Actually, both individuals are gonna bring dynamic striking. One thing that I'm noticing about the Mexican fighters, they're good in boxing, but they're picking up their kicking game. This is what I'm noticing about the Mexican fighters. They're picking up their kicking game, and because they come from boxing, they understand footwork and angle. Now, when you take footwork and angle, you get in a certain angle. Now, instead of throwing the hook, you could throw that left high kick. You know what I'm saying? So now they've opened up their options. So understand, your Mexican fighter is transitioning from superb boxer to superb dynamic striker. So this is what we're seeing from the Mexican striking. But Luis Smoker has been a dynamic striker. That's the thing about him. He's always been a dynamic striker and a complete fighter, actually, I should say. He's a complete fighter. So we're going to be possible fight of the night. Fight of the night right here with these two. Because Smoker is coming off that loss, and he's got a bad taste. I know how this guy operates. You know what I'm saying? I've been watching him fight for a very long time. He's been in the UFC for a very long time. You know what I mean? And he entered the UFC in 2016. No, actually, I take that back. He entered the UFC in 2014. 2014. Yep. So he understands. He's gone and he's back. The fact that he made it back to the UFC tells you he's on a whole nother level. So expect a fight of the night candidate here, and I'm going with Luis Smoker to win this one by a split decision. It's going to be a close fight.
It is. But shout out to Last Samurai, and shout out to you guys who might want to know foreign name pronunciations. And again, you can find that by checking out the link below for name pronunciation classes by Voodoo Maximus for only one payment of $9.99.99 or for easy payments of $4.99.99. But wait, there's more. There's going to be me probably talking shit. But yeah, there you go. That's an added bonus, which I don't really do. So there's that. So again, get your orders in tonight, today, tonight, whenever the fuck, because Christmas is coming, and you don't want to get your fucking ass chapped by not having this shit under your tree in your fucking stocking, or stalking somebody. Yeah. So there you go. Yeah, man. So obviously
Oh
we've
yeah.
got. Oh my gosh. And yeah, I don't know where the hell that came from, but we have a crazy fight at 145 on featherweight. We have Mobsar. Why the fuck? See, I need to have those pronunciation fucking classes. But Mobsar envelope. God, that's horrible. Mob, like this shit don't even go there. How you gonna go Evloev? Like what the fuck? Oh god. Okay. The Russian
Welcome to
Federation
Russia.
sensation.
Welcome to Russia.
Yes. The Russian Federation sensation Movsar Eveleov against who's 13-0, number 22 ranked featherweight in the world as it relates to topology, and he's going up against Nate Landwehr, and Landwehr is the train. He sports a 14-3 record, a crazy ass recessive hairline, receding hairline. Yeah, it is kind of Lando weird that his hairline is what it is. So obviously, oops, excuse me. Uh, okay, so Landwehr literally he beat Darren Elkins, right? He lost to Herbert Burns.
Mhm.
He he beat a Hamzat, but not Chimaev, but a Daliev. So yeah, I mean, Landwehr has fought in Russia. He's a former M1 champion at 145, but I don't know. Like being an American fighter that has fought in Russia is different than being a Russian fighter that fights in Russia. So I'm going to go with the undefeated
Mhm.
guys whose name I cannot pronounce. That's who I'm going with.
Mhm. Now, Movsar Evliov. Uh, when you look at the young man, first of all, specimen, 26-year-old. This is what we're looking for. He's from Russia, Sonza. I don't know what that is. He's from Russia, Sonza. He's 5'7". You know what I mean? He's just right for that weight class. Just right for that weight class. He's fought in M1, road to M1, M1 again. He's just an M1 fella. You know what I mean? Something about individuals that stick with one promotion. You know what I mean? I like that. I like that. That tells you that they are trustworthy. You know what I mean? They not just trustworthy, but they're loyal. They're loyal. So he stayed with M1 until it was time to move on. You know, he won. He's won by head kick, unanimous decision, rear naked chokes, lots of rear naked chokes. The man likes to take people's backs and take the neck. You know what I mean? If he's got your back, there's a good chance it's gonna be rear naked choke. Lots of unanimous decisions as well. So the man likes to strike. The man likes to strike, and if you slip up and you turn your back, he's gonna take you back and he's gonna put you to sleep. You know what I mean? And then we got the man with the hairline, like you mentioned. The man's 32 years old, and he's a traveler. He's been to M1. He's been to GOTC. He's been to 3FC, XFC. You know, he's done his thing. The man has done his thing. You know, both fellas, they should know each other very well or know of each other because they were around the same time at M1. You know, But what I'm noticing here is this particular fella, this American fella, he's lost to Gilbert Burns' brother by knee from the clinch. You know what I mean? One thing that you can expect from Mofsar is lots of. I'm sure he would have improved upon his clinch game just because his opponent has lost by this particular technique, and I'm sure that his opponent as well, Nate, would have the train would have tried to improve upon escaping from the clinch and and try to remedy that hole that he has in his game. But he has beaten Darren Elkins, which is saying a lot. But like we said earlier, man, if it ain't broke, don't try and fix it. The man is 13-0, man. Movsar Ivleov is 13-0. He's yet to take defeat. And I got my money on that guy. Movsar Evliov. I've got my money on him. It's going to be a beautiful display of striking. It's going to be beautiful destruction. And he doesn't have a problem winning by decision. He doesn't have a problem winning by decision. That means he is not the type to rush things. I can see this guy eating like fermented beans or something like that, fermented cheese. You know what I mean? He likes to wait and let things marinate. You know, he likes the fight to come to him. He doesn't force things, which is why he has remained flawless. He doesn't force things. He lets it come. If you give me your back, I'll take your back. Well, if you want to, he's a calculated fighter. And because he wins a lot by unanimous decision, I'm going to go again and say he's going to win this one by unanimous decision as well. Just because he's calculated. You know what I mean? He's the type that listens to his coaches very, very well. And this is why he's so successful. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm going with Movsar Evliov to win this one also by unanimous decision.
Yeah. I mean, man, I don't know. This card has been like fucking snake pit. It's just crazy the amount of fucking fights that should have happened. But yeah, dude, the Moscow Mule. That's who I'm going with for sure.
Yeah, and please understand, because of their size, because they're featherweights, expect a possible candidate for fight of the night in this fight number 6 here.
No, 100%. I couldn't agree with you more. Yeah, again, this card is littered with like fighters who don't have maybe international or national name recognition, but I mean, they are pretty close in terms of status and rankings and everything like that. These are going to be some compelling fights. I know we're going to probably have a highlight, either submission or KO come like late Saturday night, early Sunday morning, because this one is, it's a rave all throughout that we're going to have some exciting fucking matchups. So if you're a diehard or a casual and you're kind of thinking about like, I don't know if I want to watch the fights, you should watch it, because this shit is like, this could be a sleeper hit of the winter.
Yeah, you better tune in, man. I am not getting paid to push this. Nobody's paying me, but just from my experience of watching these fights every weekend, it seems like they keep topping themselves, man. I mean, the UFC's, we can safely say they've monopolized the industry. You know what I mean? They're snatching up with the Contender Series. They're snatching up every top name there is out there. This is why you're seeing people from Russia, from Brazil, from everywhere. They're going to everywhere, from even China. Just last week, we saw a fella from China. I believe his name was Sue or something like that. The dude from China, man, starching his opponent in seconds just by his hands. We haven't even seen his grappling. We haven't even seen his kicking. He just boxed him and he boxed his face off. Now, we're seeing top of the line talent, and they're all coming together at the fine peak that is UFC, and it's going down, man. And I love it. Not that Bellator doesn't have their own talent as well. They've got talent. Whoever doesn't make it here goes to Bellator. That's the next best thing. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. And we also have one championship out there. One championship. They possibly have the largest market in the world. You can honestly say they've got the largest market in the world because they cater to Asia. And when we talk about Asia, we're talking about China. We're talking about 2 billion people. You know what I'm saying? You can't beat 2 billion. You can't beat it. So when it comes to the largest market, they got the largest market. But they ain't got Hollywood. The UFC's got Hollywood. And you know, everyone around the world tunes in for Hollywood. This is why UFC reigns supreme. So if you capture Hollywood, capture the world. So here we go.
The world. The world in your hands. That's what you could have
That's
if
right.
you make your claim and stake your claim for UFC superstardom, which that's going to happen because we've got Georgia's undefeated fighter, the country of Georgia, not the state. We've got 7-0 Roman Dolidze against Brazil's 13-5 John Allen. Now, Roman Dolidze, as expected, doesn't have a nickname. But we've got John Allen, who doesn't have a nickname either. So this is a battle of the no nicknames. I'm disappointed. But Roman is coming in, and this, I believe, actually, this is his second fight in the UFC. He essentially made his UFC debut earlier this year in July against Kadis Ibragimov. And that was first round. Oh, I remember this. Yeah, the knee to the ground and pound. Yeah, this was at a fight night earlier in the year, in July. So we've got him, and he is going up against the one and only John Allen, which there probably is another John Allen, but I don't know if there's another John Allen in the UFC from Brazil. So there's that. It's kind of weird, the Portuguese and Brazilian nicknames, where you can have Johnny Walker and he speaks all fluent Portuguese. So that doesn't make sense to me. But colonialism is a motherfucker. So that's what I'm going to attribute to. But we have, I mean, essentially, this is one John Allen's debut in the UFC. He was supposed to fight Slow Mike Rodriguez, but no, he did fight him, but that was ruled a no contest.
No contest.
So yeah, so that happened. But other than that, it's pretty much John Allen. He comes from Shootbox Monstro, so Shootbox Monsters. And obviously that was the same gym as the current, the previous, what was it, flyweight title contender, the one who beat Valentina. Who Valentina beat. I forgot her name already. Jesus Christ! So many fights, so many fighters.
I forgot too.
Anyway, yeah,
Maya,
no worries.
Maya.
Yeah, Jennifer Maya.
Something Maya.
Yeah, Jennifer, not Damien. Damien doesn't fight at flyweight or a woman. So I'm just saying. But if he were, that school because inclusion for everyone. But anywho, so I've got Roman just because I just think 8-0 sounds a hella good. Light heavyweight, which is kind of like a scary ass division to be involved in. So I got Roman.
Yes.
Country of Georgia, represent. Yes. Georgia, stand up. Wave it like a helicopter.
Okay. So when we take a peek at this Roman character, when we take a look at his record, he started off in 2016 as a professional. You know what I mean? He fought Alexander Kovbel. He beat him by heel hook. His first 2 fights were heel hooks. Actually, his first 3 fights. First 2 heel hooks. His third rear naked choke. So the guy is very skilled on the ground. That's what that tells us. And then he goes on to knocking fools out. Back fist, knockout. Spinning back fist. You know what I mean? Straight punches, knockout. So the guy is also a striker. Knee to ground and pound. So not only is he a striker, he's for sure, at least in the league, even if he's not a dynamic striker, he's a Muay Thai specialist because he's kneeing people and he's grounding and pounding. He's throwing back fists, you know what I mean? Excellent punching. We know that Russians from that region, Georgia and the mountainous region. Those fellas, they have good boxing. They have very good boxing. I know because the guy that used to train me, Sultan, he went over there and he trained with those fellas up in the mountainous area, and he told me the same thing that the boxing over there is excellent. So we can expect that this guy is a very good striker, and then he's going up against your boy John Allen from Brazil. So when we look at John Allen's career, which started in 2012, you know what I mean? He's got some losses, but how does he like to win? How does he go? Punching, submission, you know what I mean? KO, he lost by arm triangle. Retiring, his opponent quit on the stool. Okay, so he can make people quit punches. He's lost by rear naked choke, KO, draw, decision, punches, arm triangle. Oh, but bottom line here is he prefers to stand and get it done in the standing way. And you mentioned Shoot Buck Academy. We know from what we know about Shoot Bucks, they'll go to the ground, but they prefer to stand. You know what I mean? This is their history. Shoot Bucks prefer to stand and bang. You know what I mean? So what we got here is yes, there we go. You know what I mean? The ex-murderer, the most famous shoot boxer of all time. You know what I mean? The most famous shoot boxer of all time. So at this weight, with this kind of skill, expect carnage to occur in this ring. It's going to be carnage. That's for sure. My third possible fight of the night, right there. With these two, they're gonna want to impress. You know what I mean? Roman, he's coming through. You know what I mean? He wants to do his thing. He wants to carry on that win streak. You know what I mean? He wants to make it 8-0. And like you always like I referred to today, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm going with Roman to carry on to 8-0 with this one. You know what I mean? I'm picking Roman. I'm picking Roman to win this one by excellent performance. I don't even know if he can knock the fella out, but it's gonna be an excellent performance.
Damn right it is. Damn right. And Don McGuire of the Fighter's Voice, Don McGuire says, "What's up, homie? What up, Don McGuire?
What's up, Don?
Love you, brother." So yeah, man, we got Roman. This is the first time in 2020 I'm gonna pick a Roman to win because fuck Roman Reigns. So how about that? Anyway, so in the 155-pound division, we have Justin James, who is a 16-5 out of Extreme Couture. He lost to Gavin Tucker, but wins over Frank Camacho, James Warfield Lane, Brandon Noble, and Devin Brown. He had quite a winning streak, like a 5-fight winning streak prior to that. So he is going up against Gabriel Benitez of Mexico. Mowgli is a former champion in Mexico. He trains out of the AKA, American Kickboxing Academy, but he's actually on a 2-fight losing streak. He lost to Sodiq Youssef on the undercard of his teammates' fight with Stipe Miocic in DC, right? And then also a unanimous decision loss to Omar Morales. So, what say you, my man?
Well, let's look at the Mexican fella first. Gabriel Benitez, Mowgli. Is that the Jungle Book, Mowgli?
I think it's Mowgli.
Well, he started off his career, in Mexico. He started off his career in the Mexican regional circuit, in which he won 2 fights. Then he lost to Emilio Chavez at Cage of Fire. Then he returned back to the Mexican circuit and won 2 more times, and then lost again to Yautzin Mesa. And then he really went on a win fight streak. He beat Kai Olsen, Sean Major again, Tito Castro, Manuel Gallerata, Raul Villareza, Daniel Salas, George Bustaman. I guess his name is George Alberto Lopez Busta, and then it ran out of space. I'm guessing Bustamante, Ryan Ryan Bixler, Antonio Ramirez, and then he finally lost to Rigo Oropeza, and then he lost again to Richard Villa. Then he came back at Havoc, Holmes versus Hayes. He beat Reyes Trujillo, Angelo Sanchez, Diego Rivas. Now he's in the Ultimate Fighter, by the way. Latin America Season 1, 2014. And then he lost to Leonardo Morales. But then he came back on Verdun versus Hunt with a guillotine choke finish of Humberto Morris. And then he came back and beat Clear Collard. And then he lost to Andre Fili, head kick. Sam Cecilia, he beat that guy. He lost to Enrique Barzola. He beat Jason Knight. He beat Humberto again. Bandene. He slammed him and then he punched him out. And then, like you said earlier, he lost to Sadiq and Omar. Now he's got Justin in his sights. Now, Justin J, Double J. Remember Double J from WWE? This guy likes to go by the name of Guitar Hero. He likes to go by the name of Guitar Hero. Guitar Hero. I don't know about that one. He started off his amateur career with a loss to Christopher Henderson. He lost by triangle choke. He must not have been well groomed in the ground fighting. But then he came back and he won the last 3 matches. And then he started his career, won 3 straight, and then he ran into Robbie Ostovich, in which he lost. Then he won 2. Then he lost to Jimmy Spicuzza. He must be Italian. Then he won again. Then he lost to Jesse Gross. Then he went on a win streak. He beat Eric Lozano, Marcus Lamar, Chase Coldwell, Troy Lamson, Jacob Rosales. Oh, he beat the Badger. He beat the Badger, huh? At FCOC 46. He beat him by guillotine choke. Oh. And then he lost to my main man. Rumble on the Waters 3. I remember Rumble on the Waters 3. I remember this particular matchup. Yeah. He took that L against my main man, Tommy Aaron.
Yeah. I was there.
Aaron,
Long
boy,
Beach.
watch out. Oh, yeah. He lost Tommy on that one. I believe that might have been Tommy's debut. Or maybe his first second match. But anyways, he lost to Tommy. He lost to my main man, Tommy. Abdul, he won against Faizi. He won against Brown, Noble, Lane, Camacho. Then he lost to in the second fight in the UFC, by the way. He lost by Riddick choke to Gavin Tucker. And now he's got Gabriel Benitez. Gabriel Benitez seems to me to be a boxer. He seems to me more to be a boxer. You know what I mean? And this guy right here, he's winning by guillotine choke and all that. This is a tough matchup. But I gotta go with Justin J, Double J, to win this one. You know what I mean? I think just the Double J's got more. Yeah, he's got more submission wins on his record. You know, not to say that Gabriel Benitez is not on point with his thing. He's on point. I mean, you know, he's got some slams. He's got a guillotine choke here and there, but yeah, he's got 2 guillotine chokes. Oh, rear naked choke. Oh, take that back. I apologize. I digress, Mr. Gabriel Benitez. But the fact still remains that your opponent is more experienced because he's got more fights on his record. So I gotta go with the more experienced fella to win this one, and that's Justin Janus. Double J. Janus. I don't know how he's gonna win, but he'll win.
Ain't I great? It doesn't matter how he's gonna win. Because ain't I great? And I'm sure when he gets out of the octagon, he's gonna want to be with his baby tonight. Because that's the song that Double J sang. Or he didn't sing. It was the Rude Dog that actually sang it. But I digress. I went down a pro wrestling wormhole there. But much love, Don McGuire, 100%. But Yeah,
What's up,
we
McGuire?
actually have we actually have the very first female contest of the night, and that is
Mm-hmm.
16-1 Brazilian Talia Santos against Montana De La Rosa.
Mm-hmm.
Now Talia Santos looks like a fucking brick truck. She looks like Shogun Hua with like female anatomy. Like holy shit. I'm going with her because shit. I mean, Montana. No, for real. You see her picture on Tapology? She looks like in like.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, like feminine and everything, but she just looks like she's gonna fucking like that. I swear to God, that's like a Shogun Hua, right? Like that's Shogun Hua's body.
Rip your head off.
Yeah, fuck, man. I'm sorry, Montana De La Rosa. You've had many a podcast with many of my friends, and I think the world of you. But I just look over as you're gonna go on Saturday night, and you're gonna look over, and there's fucking this Talia Santos who looks like she's gonna rip your fucking head off, and she might do it. So I'm going with fucking Talia Santos.
Hey, hey, look. First of all, there's something that must be taken notice in regards to this Talia Santos. You know what I mean? Let's go back to the beginning, and then it'll make perfect sense. You know, because what you are saying right now, it's not far from the truth, not at all. You know, because I'm going over here and I'm looking at her record. She started in 2013, by the way, in which she's been devastating folks. You know,
Yep.
she's won by head kick, punches, elbow, key lock, punches,
Kilo.
cancel bout, head kick, decision, cancel bout, cancel. You know what I mean? People don't want that. People don't want that. And then she fought Liza Coimbra, KO, canceled again. You know what I mean? Another win by unanimous decision. She lost one split decision to Mara Borrella. Mara Borrella is 15-0. You know what I mean? She actually no, 10-5. But she lost to that person at UFC on ESPN plus 2. So, and then Ashley Evans Smith, Ariana, I'm putting them on blast. Ariana Carnilosi, canceled. Jillian Robertson, canceled. And then she got in there with Molly McCain, unanimous decision. Myra Moros, canceled. And now we got Montana De La Rosa. So, a lot of canceled out against this Tyler Santos. Now we got Montana De La Rosa. What does Montana bring to the table? Right? What does she bring to the table? She brings a
Her
whole
head
lot of
on a
jujitsu is
platter.
what she brings to the table. Because right here, yeah. Right here it says armbar win, you know. Rear naked choke. Something punches, submission, Dars, you know. Nico Montana, she lost to that. Armbar, rear naked, armbar. Ah, she must be a Ronda Rousey fan. Lots of armbars, huh? Decision, unanimous. Okay, she's lost by unanimous most recently, and she's won by unanimous most recently. But now she's in there with the Terminator, Talia Santos. Talia Santos. When you take a look at her picture on Typology, understand this is no easy matchup for Montana De La Rosa. Talia Santos is coming in there for one reason and one reason only: to take your face and turn it into pancake. And
Yep.
we're presented with. You'd be a fool. You'd be a fool not to pick Talia Santos. Do you not understand that? I mean, do you believe that Talia Santos hasn't seen any of that jujitsu stuff already? You know what I mean? Do you not understand that she's gonna have excellent takedown defense? You know what I mean? She's gonna have excellent takedown defense, and I'm sure she's got some good power. The way she wins, the way she fights, the ways that she's won has been devastating. So clearly she's got power in her hands, and we know Montana's not gonna want to mess up that really, really pretty face that she's got, and she's gonna want to take this fight to the clinch, put her on the fence, and hopefully get her to the ground. I don't see the getting to the ground. I don't see that happening very much, but I do see a lot of clinching. Put her on the fence, holding for dear life, and then seeing what happens. Talia Santos, however, will win this one. She might not get the knockout, but I do see her winning by unanimous decision here.
Yeah, and I mean Montana De La Rosa's face is gonna look like mincemeat. It's not gonna be. Her face is gonna look like the inside of a Jamaican meat patty. Like it's not gonna fucking be good. It's not. Which I might be
It doesn't
hungry.
look like it.
No, not at all. Not at all. So there you go, our only female fight of the night, which I'm kind of disappointed. I'm glad that there's at least one, but like when I see this, like not to say that the guys won't do like incredible things, but I don't know. There's a different feel with women fights in the card, so I don't know, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But what it is the fact that we have arrived to the co-main event of the evening. We have Jamal Hill, a perfect 8-0, sweet dreams, and he is stepping in against former interim UFC champion Ovinson Peru, OSP as he's known. But OSP has done a lot of shit. He's done a lot of shit. But the fact that what he hasn't done is he hasn't maintained a undefeated record. He's 25-14. He's Haiti's own, but he beat Alonzo Menafield, but then he lost to Ben Rothwell. Then Mikhail Olenszczyk, he wins. Nikita Krylov loses. Dominic Reyes loses. Wins against Tyson Pedro. Loses to Ilir Latifi, Corey Anderson, and then wins over Yushin Okami. So he's all over the place. Like fucking A. Like I don't know what to say about OSP. But I think OSP is going to get.
Well,
I don't want to say he's going to get finished, but I don't think he's going to win.
One thing you can say about OSP is he's fought the best in the world. You know what I mean? He's been in there with Gegard Mousasi. He lost to Gegard in Strikeforce. You know what I mean? Early on in his career, but Gegard, he beats 95% of everyone in his division. You know what I mean? So that's Gegard Mousasi. If you don't know about Gegard Mousasi, look that dude up. He's at Bellator right now. He's the champ.
He's the champ. He's the fucking champ.
He's a champ. I believe. Yeah, is he at light heavyweight over there?
He's one of the fucking divisions, but it's one of those fucking divisions.
He's at middleweight. Yeah, he's either. I believe middleweight. Yeah. He's the middleweight champion. Yeah, middleweight champion. 185 champion. That dude, Gegard Mousasi, I believe he's Dutch. He's Dutch, but he speaks Armenian. Yeah. So the dude has got excellent striking because he's a kickboxer, but at the same time, his ground game is phenomenal. So the fact that OSP has been there with that guy, wow. And then we go up there. He's also lost to Ryan Bader. You know, Ryan Bader is a super wrestler. Wrestled the heck out of him. He's been in there with Ryan Jimmo. Rest in peace, Ryan Jimmo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's been in it. Mauricio Hua. You know what I mean? He got knocked out by Mauricio Hua, but it's all good. Patrick Cumming, Glover Teixeira, Rafael Cavalcante, John Bones Jones, the undisputed, undefeated champion. You know what I mean? Even though he gave up his title, he is still the 205 champion in my book. You know what I mean? He's been in there with Jimmy Manuel, Volkan Ozdemir, He's fought the Yushin Okami. He's been in there with the very, very best in the world. You know what I mean? He's lost to our boy Dominic Reyes. You know, he's been in there with the very best in the world. So he's got lots of experience. But then we got this young buck, this young Ty Bentley was mentioning this guy earlier. This young fella, 29-year-old, born in 1991. His nickname is Sweet Dreams.
Me and
Oh,
this.
oh,
They
this
fucking
man
made
had
it this.
he only had he only had one amateur fight in which he starched his opponent in the second round by punches. He beat Alexander Davidson, Mike Johnson, William Vincent. This is at KOP, by the way. Uh, Daquan Townsend.
Who's in the
Then he
UFC
went
now?
to Lights Out Championship. Lights Out. Lights Out. Shout out William Vincent, Alexander Popik at the Contender Series. Mounted elbows. Finishing with elbows. And then he beat some fella named Darko. Stozic. Unanimous decision.
Some
Klitzen
dude named Ducko?
Abreu. Knee to the body. Ground and pound. Huh?
He lost to Ducko? Or he lost to Stucco?
Did he? Darko? Nah, he's undefeated, this fella, right?
No.
Yeah, he's undefeated.
Okay.
I missed that one, man. It went.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. That's what you have as a co-host. My bad. But no, continue with your assessment. I'm an idiot.
So this fella here, if he can keep himself from getting taken to the ground, he has a very, very young chance of winning this match by unanimous decision. But what I've come to know about Ovince St. Preux is he likes to move a lot, which is good for him. If he's moving a lot, he's gonna get hit less, and chance of getting knocked out are much less as well. But if Ovince St. Preux takes you to the ground, watch out for that Von Flue choke, because he's probably got the most Von Flue finishes in MMA. You know what I mean? The guy Von Flue himself doesn't even have as many Von Flue finishes as Ovince St. Preux. Ovince St. Preux has mastered the Von Flue choke. I think they should go ahead and change that name to the St. Preux choke. You know, because I mean, if you finishing people more than the guy that brought it out, you know what I mean? I think you should get some recognition. That's all I'm saying. But if it goes to the ground, Ovince St. Preux clearly has more advantage on the ground. But if it stays standing, gotta go with Jamal Hill. Jamal Hill. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't try and fix it. You know what I'm saying? But that's if it stays standing. However, I do have to pick a winner. The kid has been in the UFC for at least 2 fights, and this will be his third. So, you know, you can't say there's gonna be what do you call it? Octagon jitters. There will be no octagon jitters because by now that should be gone. There's no one in the stand anyway. It's a few people out there, and it's at the Apex Center, so no one's caring. No one is caring about jitters. You know what I mean? The bright lights. You know what I mean? If anything, the bright lights should do something to him. But by now, he's been to the Contender Series. He's been to UFC ESPN 24 and Fight Night, whatever. And now he's at Fight Night 16. So he's used to the bright lights. He's used to Dana White watching him. You know what I mean? It doesn't get any worse than the Contender Series, Dana White watching you. You know what I mean? So he's used to all that now. So now he's going up against the experience of Ovince St. Preux. I gotta put my money on the kid. Because Ovince St. Preux have come to a point in his career in which I don't know if he's got another run in him, especially in this division. These guys are younger, faster, dynamic. You know what I mean? More dynamic. And they got power in this division. The 205 division is just as good as the heavyweight division. They touch you on your chin and you're going to sleep. So I got to go with the kid. Granted, the kid doesn't get taken down. If the kid goes down, he might not get back up because he will get put out. But I don't think he will stick around. I mean, it's not a secret that Ovince St. Preux will prefer this fight to be on the ground. So he's done a lot of takedown defense, fence work, and I see the kid winning, if not by KO, by unanimous decision.
No,
Jamal
100%.
Hill.
Now, yeah, and now here's the thing. Jamal Hill better not have this thing go to the judges because he just ripped the shit out of the Nevada State Athletic Commission for levying fines against. Obviously, it was Yair Rodriguez and it was somebody else too. I can't remember who the other one is, but Nico Price. That's who it was. Yeah, so
Oh
obviously,
yeah,
it was Nico the hybrid Price and Nico's I guess draw against the Donald Cowboy Cerrone was basically instituted as a no contest. So it's almost like the fight never happened.
no
But
contest.
right, so Nico Price as well as Yair Rodriguez essentially got popped for marijuana, and Jamal Hill fucking laid into them like a motherfucker. So I just believe like Jamal Hill, you have to secure victory. You absolutely have to fucking either knock out or submit OSP because if it goes to the judges, the same fucking judges that are rep by the commission that you said that were a bunch of fuckwads, it might not work out for you. I'm just saying. I don't know.
Hey,
I'm just
Jam-
speculating there.
even though Jamal Hill is 100% correct in his verbal assault, he still
Yes,
has to
100%.
watch out. He still has to watch out because the judges here are human beings, right? The
Yep.
USADA, not USADA,
Nevada
the
State
Vegas
Athletic
Commission
Commission.
or whatever you want to call it. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Those guys are also human beings with feelings, So they're gonna want to get even.
Yep.
So he's either got to go in there and just display Cub Swanson would say, display beautiful destruction or get the knockout. This is what it's gonna take for him to win in Nevada ever again from now. Either knockout, submission, or beautiful destruction. So
Yep.
clear that even the judges can't take it. This is what it's gonna have to take.
I don't know. They might have like Adelaide Bird and then two of her proteges fucking judging this fight. Which, yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like, well, fights are happening in front of her. Fucking Adelaide Bird is fucking watching Murder She Wrote in her mind. It's like, I swear to God, he's fucking Angela Lansbury as fuck. But I'm just saying. So Jamal, you better fucking watch yourself. And plus, I mean, it's Nevada, right? It's not like there's like it was a haven for mobsters or anything like that, right? Like some fucking goombas and shit like that, right? So, I mean, good luck, Jamal Hill, for to make it outside of Vegas, regardless of how the fight happens on Saturday, because the fight happening on Saturday might be the least of your worries. That might be the undercard of the main event of the fights that you're going to have to go through trying to get to McCarran Airport talking that shit about Nevada State Athletic Commission. So I'm just saying, might not work out for you, but I mean, good kuspa, fucking yeah, man. Jesus Christ. God. So I guess we're here. I guess we're at the main event of the evening because we have Jack Hermansson. He's the Swedish guy. He's the Joker. He's going up against Italy's the Marvin, the Italian Dream, Vittori. The Joker, Jack Hermansson, sports a 21-5 record. He is ranked the number 5th middleweight in the world, and his last outings in the octagon have resulted in wins over, holy shit, he's got a 5-fight winning streak that includes Thales Letis, Gerard Michart, David Branch, black belt and former World Series of Fight champion David Branch, Jacare Souza, lost to Jared Cannonier, but beats Kevin Gastelum by a heel hook. So, fuck. If woo, that's the Joker. That motherfucker ain't joking around. He's coming to fuck
No,
shit
yeah.
up. But we've got the Italian Dream who looks like a fucking guest model. Like I think that he and Joban should fucking win for all of the female fans undergarments is what I'm saying. Yeah, so there you go. But I mean they're married, so never mind. But the Italian Dream is he's on a 4-fight winning streak against he won a unanimous decision over Vitor Miranda. Then he lost to Israel Adesanya because is he shit? That's it. And then comes back and wins against Cesar Fiera, and then wins a unanimous decision over Andrew Sanchez. And the last win that he had was against Carl Robertson. And that was a rear naked choke at UFC Fight Night back in June. So, fuck, man. I'm just saying, just in terms of name association, I'm going to go with the Joker, Jack Hermanson. I want to say he's going to fucking KO the Italian Dream, which, fucking Italy's been hit hard by COVID. 2020 has been hard for fucking Italy. But it's going to get a little bit harder come fucking Saturday night because, fucking Hermanson is going to fucking shake the shit out of the Italian Dream. That's what I got.
Okay. One thing that I've noticed is this. The Joker, Jack Hermanson, he's lost to Cesar Ferreira of Brazil, where Marvin Vittori put tips on the same fella, Cesar, however you mention the name. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
The dog whisperer, motherfucker.
Ferrari. Cesar Ferrari.
What's his name? Cesar Milan?
Whatever his name is. Fiera.
Okay.
Ferrera. Ferreira. Ferreira. So if I'm to look at that right there, that tells me something. One thing that I know about Ferreira is he likes to come in and he likes to bang. He likes to throw hard shots. He likes to hit folks hard. And this particular Italian doesn't mind going hard and striking hard and doing what he has to do to win particular matchups, But I see something in Jack Hermanson. He's a smart fighter. Who likes to get hit? I mean, there's some people out there, but most folks don't like to get hit. And I believe Jack Hermanson is one of these people, right? Once he starts getting hit, then he'll initiate his jiu-jitsu, which he's very good at. He gets a lot of rear naked chokes, whatever choke, this choke and that choke, this submission and that submission. I mean, just recently, he just took out the King's MMA fella, the chubby fella, Kevin Gastelum by heel hook. You know what I mean? The chubby fella, right? It's a fact. The man. Hey, look. Let me tell you something. Kevin Gastelum. Wait, it's a what?
You said it's a fat.
It's a chubby fella. It's a chubby fella. It's a fact.
Oh, I thought you said it's a FAT. It's a fat. I was like, damn, that's looking hard in the paint.
It's a FACT. It's a FACT. Okay. It's true. You know what I mean? Hey, man, Kevin Gastelum does not belong in this weight class. You know what I mean? He's choosing to eat the finer things in life. This is why he's in the 185 division. I believe he should be in the 170 champion. He should be champion right now in the 170. Look how long he's wasted in the 185 division. Not that he can't fight in the 185 division. He can fight and he can win, and he's doing that. You know what I mean? He's winning in the 185 division. But imagine what he can do at the 170 division. Imagine how devastating this fella could be at the 170 division. He could have been champion for the past 5 years, but he
He could have.
chooses to eat. He chooses to. I think he could beat. I think he could beat Tyron Woodley. I truly believe so. I truly believe Kevin Gastelum can soundly beat Tyron Woodley. If Kevin Gastelum would have watched his eating, Tyron Woodley would have never been champion in the UFC.
Yep.
Kevin Gastelum would have been that guy ever since. This
Been the
is
guy.
my personal opinion. Not to diss
Absolutely.
Tyron Woodley. This is not to diss Tyron Woodley. This is just a testament to how good Kevin Gastelum is. He's so good. He's dominating in the 185 division. He is
Dominate.
He's a top 10 contender in the 185
Top.
division. A top 10 contender. If he's a top 10 contender in the 185 division, 15 pounds heavier. 15 pounds heavier than where he should be. What's he gonna do at 170 if he actually, discipline himself and actually, went after it? If he truly went after the championship at 170, he could be unstoppable. But he wants to eat, He wants to carry on unnecessary body fat. As a professional, I don't think he's made the right decisions for himself. Yeah, he's not having to cut much weight. Yeah, yada, yada. But at the same time, he's not at the most disciplined he can be. This is what I see. This is my personal opinion. Kevin Gastelum is not as disciplined as he can be in martial arts or in mixed martial arts. Hence, the 185 division that he currently is in, where he does not belong. I mean, these guys are longer than him. He's always giving away size advantage, reach advantage. I mean, why? Why put yourself in that situation? And all you have to do is discipline yourself. This is your job. This is your profession. Why not be the most disciplined you can be and be at your best at 170? You know what I mean? Just stop eating all that food that you eat, man. And that's enough about Kevin Gastelum. We're talking about Marvin Vittori right now, and the Joker Hermanson. I believe Marvin is gonna go after him with big punches. He's gonna go after him with big punches, and I expect the Joker to go initiate jiu-jitsu immediately. But if Marvin can initiate excellent takedown defense, I see Marvin winning this one in fourth round by stoppage. I don't know how he's gonna stop him, but I believe he can stop the Joker most definitely. This fight is Marvin Vittori's fight to win, unless he
Ooh.
gives it away by going to the ground.
Ooh. Ooh. Fuck, man. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see.
But that's the thing I love about fucking fighting. You just fucking never know. Like you could absolutely, yeah, you could be absolutely right, and I could be absolutely wrong, which is the same fucking thing. But I'm fucking amped. Yeah, I'm fucking amped for Saturday. But I mean, before we get to Saturday, we got LFA on Friday. That's tomorrow, right? We've got one championship. We got a shitload of fights. I mean, it's not a fight weekend like last weekend where everything is popping off, but still, I mean, we've got one championship that's in a day or so, like in the middle of the night, literally, where we are here, and then LFA 96 on UFC Fight Pass. That's 22 hours from now. We've got UFC Fight Night that we just talked about. That's 2 days from now, and yeah, man. So it's fucking on like Donkey Kong, man. The fights are happening. Hopefully, everybody gets healthy and doesn't test positive and all that shit. Because otherwise, everything that we did for the last 90 minutes would be fucking bumskis, and that would be the shits. But fuck, we had fun. We had fun. Any other news pieces, Voodoo Maxers, before we get to the fight?
Well, let me see. Any news? Any news out there, folks? Anybody on that got some news that we don't know about?
So
where's Jesse today, man? Where's Jesse today?
Jesse's apparently working. yeah. So,
Ah.
and then I mean, OSP. He said in terms of the fight on Saturday. This is coming from MMA Junkie. Um,
Mhm.
he he feels like he's on the cusp of history, which I mean, theoretically speaking, you don't have to do much to, you know, okay, so basically the cusp of history, he says that in his 22nd UFC light heavyweight bout, he is tied with Mauricio Shogun Rua and John Jones for the
Okay.
most appearances in divisional history, right? So,
Okay.
and he's got 11 stoppage victories. There's that, right? But you could be on the other side of history. You could be fucking vaporized by Jamal Hill, and people are like, "Oh fuck, he's history." That could happen too. So I like
Very
this.
true.
I mean, the thing about it, he's like most appearance. He's he's going for most appearances. That's the highlight that he wants to do. He's on the cusp of history for just showing up, which right on.
I
That's participation medal as fuck. Um, and, I mean, the thing about it is, just as quickly as you appear, Jamal Hill can make you disappear. So I'd make my words soft and sweet, OSP, before I have to eat him later. Is what I'm saying. So fuck, man. I mean, more power to you, but that's a fucking bold ass statement with the fucking last couple of outings that you had in the octagon. So I mean, more power to you. I hope your fucking head doesn't swivel like a damn lazy Susan when fucking Jamal Hill's fucking fists touch your face, because that could happen. And it, not that we would see
hey
anything too
hey.
crazy.
Mhm.
Oh,
Go ahead.
because he's got a weird upper lip, which he looks like he got punched in the face all the damn day. So there's that. No, that didn't go over well.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You saying something about an upper lip?
Oh yeah, yes.
Upper lip.
OSP's upper lip looks like he always got punched in the face any damn way. So it's not like if he takes an ass kicking, I don't know if it's because of this fight or just genetics that can whoop his ass. But either way, we will see.
Hey, I take a look at Vincent Pru and I see a man that's accepted his fate. He does not expect a championship anymore. He's just collecting checks and hopefully he gets to get he gets paid to show and he gets paid to win. You know what I mean? I mean, right now he should be making at least 150,000. I mean,
Yeah,
he's been in the UFC for quite some time now. You know what I mean? At least he's getting
let's
paid like a doctor a year, yearly. So
see. Fight first. Let's see. Let's see what OSP's fight first is for this upcoming fight. So we've got only thing that we've got is his career earnings, and his career earnings thus far. Um, so 12,000 for Strike Force, 17,000
okay.
Strike Force, 58,000, 65. Okay, so um, UFC 236, um, he got essentially 86,000, and then another 20,000 for fight week incentive pay. He got the same amount for the UFC 229 loss against Dominic Reyes, and he essentially the oh fuck he basically got $242,000 for his fight with Michael Oleksikin. Fuck it, Shirkin Jerkin the Chicken, whatever the fuck, right? And his September, fuck, his September 2020 bout, he got $260,000. That included a performance of the night bonus. So fuck, man. I guess OSP, get your money
Okay.
and get the fuck on. But
Okay.
is
Yeah. So we're about right. We're about right. We're about right.
yeah, yeah,
If he loses, he'll make at least 150 before taxes. So
yeah.
if he wins, that doubles. So that's cool. That's cool. But then we have Mikey. Is it Mikey Garcia this weekend? Mikey Garcia versus Spence boxing. You know what I mean? These guys are gonna make millions. They're gonna make millions.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, of course, we cannot compare the two. Boxing is what, 200 years old, and MMA is what, 26, 27 years old. Yeah, there's still a lot of work to be done, and MMA has to unionize. The RICO Act has to go into. Is it the RICO Act? No, that's we don't not the RICO Act.
The Ali,
That's people going to
Ali.
jail, huh? The Ali Act. The, the Ali Act has to get into effect. The RICO Act. Lock them up. Casanova
Well,
2 times. Bye.
well,
RICO Act.
you when you said the Rico Act, I was like, it was either Rico Suave or Rico the uncle from fucking Napoleon Dynamite. That's where my head went. I was like, the Rico Act. And I was like,
Oh
how?
my
How did this motherfucker stand up to fucking Muhammad Ali? Uh,
god. Oh my goodness. Oh.
no.
Hey. Casanova 2 times. Casanova 2 times. He's going to jail. The FBI wants that guy. And when the FBI is coming after you, there's a good chance you ain't going to beat the case. That dude is going to see 20 years at the least. Unless
Who's
he
this?
snitches. You know what I mean? Unless he snitches. Some guy from New York, his name is Casanova 2 times. Casanova 2X. I'm guessing that's 2 times. Yeah,
Is that like
it doesn't matter who Casanova 2 times is. Hey, that's information for all the kids out there. Stay out of the gangs. Stay out of the gangs, or you might be seeing the FBI. RICO Act ain't no joke. They coming after you. You know what I mean? They can look at you as a terrorist. You know what I mean? If you're in a gang, they look at you as a terrorist. You know what I mean? And they can banish you from the country, like they did Sean Paul back in the day. Sean Paul was a fella that was shooting in the club trying to protect Puff Daddy. He was trying to protect him, and Puffy went to court and
Oh yeah, I
snitched on him.
remember that.
Like
Yeah.
he did it. Yeah, they threw the book at that dude. They gave him 8 years, and as soon as he was done serving his time, they deported him with the quickness right back to Belize.
Oof. Yeah. So
Yeah,
this thing. Damn.
don't
I
mess with the law. Don't mess with the law.
um I guess to fucking end the show on a high note. Uh two people got tested for fucking I don't know, fucking unicorns. I don't know what the fuck. Unicorns and whatever. And we'll enjoy some fights. We'll see you asses on fucking Sunday when we do this shit again. But again, where can people find you, Voodoo Maximus, on the media of the social?
Well, you can look on YouTube, Voodoo Maximus, Instagram, Voodoo Maximus, Twitter, Voodoo Maximus, Facebook page, Voodoo Maximus. You know what I'm saying? That's how I do it. And you can even go as far as to look for Periscope, Voodoo Maximus. So there you go. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go and get some dinner, Voodoo. I'm according to Woods.
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, man. So we're gonna get dinner. We will see you back here on Sunday for another fantastic episode of Voodoo in the Woods.
Oh.
No, okay. No, we're still on. You said you wanted. You said what? What'd you say?
Are we still on?
Yeah,
We're
fuck
done.
it. No,
Oh, I was
you
gonna
said
say
something.
that. Oh, hey. Hey, I'm working on a super guest. I'm not gonna tell you his name yet, but I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm putting it together right now. You guys will be duly entertained because the man's story is one of epic proportion. So I will once I have it secured, then we'll make the announcement. He's awesome.
Yes. Awesome. So we are putting the way.
Damn. Like I should. When in dark, walk